So look, I did not edit this video that you're about to watch because I feel like if I watched it again, I would chicken out and I wouldn't hit post. So this is a raw, uncut video of me being 100% transparent about who I am, what I've been through, you know, just for encouragement for others, you know, to help people see that, you know, you can make it through things. You don't have to hold grudges against people or anything. You can make it through without, you can make it through with love. You know, that's my point. You can make it through with love. And so here's my video. Love and light. Enjoy. Hello guys and goddesses, CoCo here. As you can see, I'm in some new scenery. Not really new, like it's new scenery for the series that we're in, but here I am. I'm at the lake. It's a nice day outside. It's a little warm, I ain't gonna lie. It's a little warm for my taste, but it's a nice day outside. It's very pretty outside, especially in comparison to what they say it's gonna look like tomorrow, Thursday. So I'm thankful for this day, for this vibe, for this energy. But yeah, so this is like I heard free balling. This is like I usually free ball, but I have like some idea of what I'm gonna be doing, or like at least what I'm gonna be talking about. I kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna be talking about today, but it's impromptu. So I was guided by spirit to be transparent, and it's because even though I'm not quite where I want to be in my life, or where I feel like I'm destined to be in my life, I'm better than I was like years ago. And I feel like I should share that with the collective, you know, to encourage people, to give people hope that it don't matter where you came from or where you start from. You can always elevate. You can always things can always go in your favor. Things can always, you know, progress in a positive way. So I was told to talk about the times when I was like struggling so hard that I was always depressed. I was always drinking. I was always, you know, talking to Mary. If you know. And it's just like I did it to, I can't say mask how I felt, because you can see how I felt. If you saw me, you could see how I felt. Like I was in broken relationships. There was one relationship that was so bad. Oh my God, it was so bad. I know that lesson was a strong one because of how bad the relationship was, how horrible I felt within that relationship. Like I was stolen from, I was abused physically and verbally. Like I wasn't like punched or anything, but when you put your hands on somebody, you put your hands on somebody. But it was just like, he was an addict, and it was horrible. People knew some of the things that went on, but they didn't know half of the things that went on. And I still kept moving forward. I still had to be a mother for my children. I still had to, you know, it was like, even though I felt as though I was going through hard times, there were still people who asked me for help. Even people who knew I was going through hard times would still ask me for help. And I would help them. It's like, if I can help, I'm going to help. I remember, man, having times where, like, you know how you can know people talking about you, but you don't hear them talking about you, and they don't say, they don't say that they talking about you or nothing, but you can just feel the energy that people are talking about you, were talking about you, or have talked about you. You can just feel that type of stuff. Or at least I can. But it's like people would ask me for my help and still talk bad about me behind my back, which was strange to me. Because for one, I'm helping you. You need my help. So obviously I'm not too bad. But anyway, I remember this one time in particular, my lights were disconnected. And me and my children, of course, we needed to get clean. Like, they had to go to school and stuff. Like, life could not stop just because we didn't have power. So we took, like, showers. It was, like, cold showers. Like, I remember, like, my dad brought over, like, a generator. Like, generators are so loud. Like, everybody, like, I didn't care. I didn't care then. But it's like, everybody that was around me or lived around me knew that my lights were out and I had a generator on. And it's like, I didn't care about that. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't care about that. We needed lights. It didn't matter. But I remember us taking cold showers. I remember to go to bed, we like had candles. We had like this little portable DVD player. And it was like, it wasn't like it was depressing for the children or anything. To them, maybe, I don't know, maybe if I asked them now, but to them it was like some sort of like weird sleepover where it was dark, but we had like this DVD player and all of us were like in the living room, like in a space where we were together. And I remember, like, I remember we went and lived with my cousin once for a couple of days. I feel like we went and lived with my grandma for a couple of days before. Like, all of this ain't at the same time. Like, my lights had been cut off, like, more than once. And, like, it would always be the people who would say, I got your back through whatever, that wouldn't help me. And it was like, it was sad then, but, like, now I understand. Like, people got their own shit going on. They, like, having to take care of more than one household that's not yours. It's like, that's a bit much to ask of people. But at the time, I felt like these people have it, or at least they act like to me that they have it, but they would not help me. And it was just like such a stressful time. Even men that, I would be messing with at the time would not help me. Even people that was living in my house for free, they would leave. They wouldn't even stay. They would leave. They wouldn't stay. They wouldn't help, and then they would just leave. And it was just like, I still treated these people the same way. I never changed up on these people, no matter what. Like, I don't know. It was like, I don't know. It was so strange. It was so strange how people could fix their mouth to ask me for help, but as much as I hated to ask for help, I was one of those people where asking for help, no, it would be like at the very last minute, and that probably was a lot of my problem anyway, but it would be at the very last minute because I just did not want to ask for help. I didn't want people like judging me or telling me what I should have did or what, because like I've told you all before, I always felt like I was not an employee. Like, I was not someone that was supposed to be working for somebody else, especially the places that I work. Like, a lot of these jobs, especially the ones that I worked before, they don't respect you. They don't give a damn about you. They just want you to do your job, and that's it. They don't care about what you got going on at home. They don't care about how you feeling. They don't care about the work, how the work environment or anything like that. They just want you to get done what they paying you to get done, which is in a way understandable, but I don't know. But it's just like, people always would tell me, you know, get you a job, or it was my favorite thing. Not my favorite like in a good way, but my favorite thing that people used to always tell me, go down to MIFA and MIFA can help you do this and MIFA can help you do that. Or what else? What is something else like the people like in Memphis, they help you with your lights like once a year or something like that. And I did the one where they help you with your lights. I did that before and stuff, but it's just like, you get to a point where you get tired of struggling. Like, I was trying to find my way. I was trying to find my footing. I was trying to like work for companies where I could be my own boss. I tried being an assistant manager at, it was Family Dollar. Got robbed at gunpoint there. I could not go back. I tried so hard to go back. I went back for a minute, but it just got, especially when they started trying to get me to do, but yeah, especially when they were like trying to, like, I was kind of okay working back there. I hope y'all can still hear me. I had to cut the air on. There's a spider out there. I ain't got time. But I was trying to still work at the job, but they wanted to change my shift because I told them, like, I can work in the daytime. I just can't do night no more. It just don't, like, it. Like, I was shell shocked. Like, it was an AK-47 pointed at my face, and it's like, I ain't never had to deal with that before, and I never thought that I would. Like, I have been in like a situation where there was like a shootout around me before it to like directly affect me. I never been through that before, and that company, Family Dollar, did not give a fuck. They paid for 5. It wasn't 5, it was 3 therapy visits, 3 30-minute therapy visits at the place that they wanted me to go. And it was not helpful. Like, it didn't help me at all. Matter of fact, I told her, I was like, I feel unsafe at that job. And she was like, well, I suggest that you don't quit. You don't take a break from it, because people who take a break from it don't go back. And then I didn't understand, but now I'm like, cause they smart. Like, their job, man, it was so many, it was so many instances of robbery, people being like, it was like, just while I was working there, I did not work there long. Like I think that everything like transpired like within me working there for like between 4 to 6 months. But it was so many people, so many stories going around Family Dollar about people being robbed at gunpoint, beaten, and it was just, no. I'm not like, yes, I want to provide for my family, but I don't want to die for it at a job that don't pay me them. They pay you pennies. Even if you are an assistant manager, they pay you pennies. Then they don't help you. Like, the reason why I'm talking about this, I don't want to talk about that. I was going to tell you about all kinds of stuff going on in that store, but that ain't my business no more. That's not my portion anymore. But it was just like, I tried to do the 9 to 5, and it's just not for, it was not for me. And nobody understood that. Not even, you know, my fiance at the time. Like, nobody understood why I wasn't working a 9 to 5. And did it bother me? Yeah, it bothered me, because people didn't want to help me because they thought that I was just being lazy, but they weren't. They would not talk to me and be like, you know, well, why were you here at this time and then you quit? Or, you know, why aren't you working a 9 to 5? And it's just like, that stuff just really started to add up to me, where it was like, I always was bending over backward, even with the little bit that I had. And I had a very little bit. As you know, I just said I was not working a 9 to 5. And it's just like, people would still ask me for my help. People would still, you know, like, it was just, it got to a point where I was depressed. I was gaining weight, not even just from not having, you know, people have my back, but being in relationships that I just didn't need to be in, and not even like facing my emotions or anything. And I just felt like damn, my life gonna be like this forever. Like, when is it gonna get better for me? What do I need to do? I remember my last breakup with my ex-fiance. I just remember like crying so much. Like, why is my life like this, Lord? Like, I'm a good person. I help who I can when I can. Even if I can't, I try to make a way. And it's like, I don't have anybody in my corner to be like that with me and for me. Even if I'm having sex with them, I still don't have nobody in my corner like that. Even if I'm letting them live in my house for free and feeding them, I still don't have anybody in my corner like that. And I used to just like, I don't know what to do. Like, Lord, I need you. And I remember at the time, I wouldn't hear anything from God, or at least I was so in my emotions that I didn't hear anything from God. And I remember I went on this trip. It was a wedding for my best friend. Like, she's like a sister to me. And that trip, I was gone for 5 days. That trip, like, there was so much. I had so many epiphanies on that trip. And like, I was even dealing with something that like only she and my ex-fiance knew about at the time. And it was just like, even dealing with what I was dealing with, that wedding, that energy was so fucking beautiful. It was like I was seeing things like some cloud or some veil had been removed from my eyes. It was just like I was seeing things like so clearly. And I remember I started to get into spirituality. I had another friend who was already into spirituality, and I just started to like, you know, if she would like be in her phone or whatever, I would start to listen, and then I would ask questions, and then I just started to get into it myself, where I would just, you know, actually go watch things or go look for things. And man, when I tell you, awakening to my spirituality changed my life, it did. It's like, it didn't change my life on the outside appearance much, because that's not where it starts. It starts on the inside. Excuse me. I started getting healthy. I started fasting. I started, you know, saying no. I started saying no to people. Saying no to people that I love was one of the hardest things that I had to learn how to do, because I just felt like people told me no so much, or people didn't respond to me, you know, left me on red or whatever so much, that I didn't want to be that person. But I didn't become that person. I became something, I don't know, like a 2.0, because if you really, really needed me, hell yeah, I would help you. But if you needed something from me that I knew you could do yourself, like it was like you needed me to, I don't know, you needed me to do something that I knew for a fact that you could do yourself, because I actually paid attention and I actually cared. So I paid attention, and it was like, if I knew you could do it yourself, then I would say no. Or if I knew that it was something that could wait, I would say no, especially if I had my own plans. But child, that was so hard. It's hard to go from being a people pleaser to learning how to care for the self. And that's what happened when I was awakened to my spirituality. It was like me and God. And things still looked like shit in my physical life, but I was starting to feel better. Like, I was crying less, or I was crying happy tears instead of always crying. Like I hated crying so much, because the only time that I ever felt the urge to cry was when I was hurt or sad or angry. So I always had this negative perception of crying. And it's like, now I still feel it sometimes, you know, that feeling of like, you know, not crying, like not wanting to cry. I still feel it from time to time, but I know that it's for the best. I know that crying cleanses me and makes me feel better. But yeah, so we fast forward to things still looking pretty bad in my physical life, but they're looking up slowly but surely. Still struggling to pay the light bill, but paying it and it's not being disconnected. Or even if it happens to get disconnected, it's back on the same day or the next day. I wouldn't even say the next day. I would say it started to go from my lights having to be off for a week or two, or to my lights being off for a day or two, to now my lights not being cut off. Or, well, I did have this one instance where it was like 91 cents that I owed. I'm like, they gonna let it slide. Girl, when I tell you the light company in Memphis is with the 91 cents is what I owe. They cut my lights off. You know how much I had to pay before they cut my lights back on? $100. I had to pay $100 for 91 cents. But anyway, so but like in a way that was my fault, because hell yeah, I should have paid the 91 cents. I shouldn't have had faith in a company. Like, I already know that companies don't give a fuck about you, especially their employees. So why would they give a fuck about their clients? So that was on me. But it's the principle to me. Like, y'all looked at my account, saw 91 cents and hit disconnect. Anyway, so where was I? Okay, so I was at a point where I was always hearing things like, okay, you have to change your perception in order for things to change. You have to change how you think and how you feel in order for the things to come in that you desire. And I remember, like, how the fuck I'm gonna do that? Okay, it's like, I can make it through day to day, but if I know that there's a bill coming up and I know I don't have a way to pay it, how do I get through that? Like, how do I get past that? And I discovered Abraham Hicks. Like, look, Abraham Hicks helped me through, like, it was like they weren't the only ones. There was like musicians and things like that helped me through humps as well. Like Toby Nwigwe, his songs, like, at that, what he was coming out with, or what he had come out with at that time period, oh my god, like, it was the got it out the mud vibe that, like, cause I was already in the mud. I hadn't got nothing out yet. I was still in the mud, and it was like I still felt it, and it was just like I would listen to his music, Janelle Monáe, Erykah Badu. Like, it was music that I needed to hear at that point in my life that helped me to, like, keep my mind focused on the present instead of always fast forwarding to, oh, how I'm gonna pay this bill in 2 weeks, or, you know, it was like, today everything is okay. It's like when you have gone through so much stress, it's like you add even more stress when you try to think about the future or when you think about the past. And I had to learn how to be present. I kept hearing that, but I didn't understand. And it when I finally understood to just think about the now, just think about right here in this minute. Right now it's 3:02 on my clock. I'm sitting here at this lake. There's air blowing on me. It's a beautiful sight. And it's like, I could worry about the storms that are supposed to be coming in tomorrow and Thursday. But look at how, it, like, I showed y'all, it's so clear. It's so beautiful. Like, why would I worry about that? Why would I worry about tomorrow when today is so peaceful and so beautiful? I have to enjoy right now, because who knows, like, tomorrow I probably will have to deal with the storm. So I'm gonna worry about the storm tomorrow instead of enjoying the calm today. No, I had to learn that, and that takes practice. It takes hard work. It takes blood, sweat, and tears, because it's not easy to shift your perspective, especially if it's a perspective that you've had for years, like years. So I began like slowly pulling away from people, especially when like I would start like when I got in like the Enchantress of Romance really turned my life around, because it started off as a separate entity that it was like I was working with this company where I was my own boss. Like I said, I was those were the type of jobs that I was trying to find, because someone else being my boss like, I don't want to say I have a problem with authority, but I'm an authority. I don't need another authority telling me nothing. Like, if you are not God or the goddess, don't tell me nothing. But it's like the Enchantress of Romance came, and it felt good. I wasn't making money, but it felt good because I was doing something that I enjoyed doing. I was working for myself. It was like something that was my own. And I don't remember how I stopped working for that company. I think it's because I wasn't making any money. I wasn't making any money there. And it was at like $0. Like, I paid all this money for product, but I wasn't making money off of it, because the thing is, it was so much. But anyway, so I was still doing like little, I don't want to say odd jobs, but like, if you know me, you know that I cook. So I still would like do like little private events and things like that, but it was like so sporadically that I couldn't make a living off of that. But Enchantress of Romance like evolved into something else. It evolved into like me, just me. It wasn't because I wasn't the Enchantress of Romance because of something I was selling or whatever. I was the Enchantress of Romance because it was me, because I was learning how to love myself, and I was encouraging others to love themselves and give their self attention. Then like tarot cards started getting involved. But yeah, tarot cards started getting involved. Sheesh. Woo. Women problems. I'm just cracking so horribly right now. But the tarot cards, like, I started off like just shuffling for myself, but I couldn't. It was like for some reason I couldn't get it. But when I would shuffle for other people, the messages were like more clearer. And then I had to learn how. It was like I would read other people, and even though I would like get some of the messages correct, there would be some messages that weren't really. It was like it was like I didn't really know what I was doing. I was doing something, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And so I stopped. Like, I stopped the public tarot readings, and I just started like doing, I started doing like things on like TikTok and Facebook and things like that. But my face was never in the camera. Like, I was so nervous to put my face in the camera that I just didn't. You only saw my hands or heard my voice. And it wasn't until I started to be able to read myself. And the way that I learned, someone told me I had to depersonalize my reading. Instead of looking at it like, okay, this means for me that I'm doing this and doing that. I had to just speak in third person. But, you know, remember that it's my message. Not like reading a message for someone else. It's like, act like I'm reading a message for someone else, but it's my message. So yeah. So then I like did my first party, and it went really well. But the only thing that I would take from that is that I should have gotten better with the timing. Like, the timing was just going over because the sessions were going so good. And of course, you know, when you're at a party, parties only last so long. People got kids, people got plans to do, and people, you know, it was like some people that wanted to wait, and it was some people that just, they couldn't wait. They had shit to do. And it was like, okay, so now I have to learn how to get better with my timing. Like, I still had a problem with people pleasing, where they weren't ready to stop. So I kept going because they weren't ready to stop. But anyway, that's just all of that is just backstories about me. But the way that I changed my perspective, like I said, it wasn't easy, and it wasn't me like actively trying to change my perspective. I just had to just learn how to focus on connecting with how I feel. Like, if I feel upset, I would allow myself to feel upset instead of just, pushing it to the side because I'm a mama, or, because I got shit to do. Or if I'm upset, I had to learn how to just go within instead of like taking it out on my children or taking it out on my family or anything like that. Like, I had to learn how to like be a decent human being. Like, I was already a decent human being, but I had to be like more compassionate even when I did not feel my best. Like, when I didn't feel my best, I would shut down. Like, I would be like locked in my room. I would be just to myself, just depressed, and I would be like very agitated with anybody else around me. And I had to learn how to heal those things. I had to heal them by recognizing what it was that had me feeling like that, who it was that had me feeling like that. And I remember, so yeah, I'm back on track now. So when I started the Enchantress of Romance, I had friends, okay? So like fast forward to now, I got one friend like that I talk to on a consistent basis, just one. I do have other friends, but we don't talk like at all. But I had friends when I started the Enchantress of Romance. I had people that I hung with very heavily, and it was like I had been told by others that that these people didn't have my best interests at heart. They acted like they did, but they really didn't. They really just had their own agendas going on, which it hurt at first, but now, like I always say, like I understand. Like, I ain't like it, but I understand. Like, people got their own shit going on. Like, I had my own shit going on too. I know I disappeared off the face of the earth, especially when I was like not doing so well and I didn't want anybody's input. I definitely dropped off the face of the earth. But it's like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm just gonna say it. Like, I remember this one instance where like a very close dear friend to me, I just knew that this person would support me. I just knew it. Like, I didn't ask for any financial support. I didn't. All I wanted was like someone to like test out my products, right? Like, I had groups of people, but then I had like this one person that was like very near and dear to me, and they never said anything. And then I remember bringing it up, and then I would be like, mind you, I very much support my friends and whatever they do. Every single time I did. But anyway, so I remember I asked if they wanted to try it. They said yes. And then that's when I gave them the products or whatever and let them know what everything was, how I felt about it, blah, blah, blah. So time passed, didn't hear anything back. I asked and they were like, oh, snap, you know what? I forgot, I hadn't tried yet. My skin's sensitive, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I created it for sensitive skin. Like, that's why you are exactly the reason why I wanted you to be one of my testers, because I know that me and my family have sensitive skin, but I know yours is like a different type of sensitive skin. So that would allow me to know exactly, how real, how good my product is. If it'll make your skin feel good. I even said where to try it, where it'll be, but I just never heard anything about it or nothing. And then we barely talked, and it wasn't about anything to me, but like do you really fuck with me? That's how I was feeling. Like, do you really fuck with me? Like, you can't like try like a little product just for me, who but. And then I remember something else happened. I don't know why that situation came up, but it came up. But needless to say, that me and that person, we don't talk anymore. It's like years and years of friendship just gone. And it was just like, it was a teaching moment, because I know that there were other things like underlying in our friendship that probably helped, put the straw in the, put the straw on the camel's back, whatever, so to speak, that helped with that. But that just, I don't know, it really bothered me, because it was just like, that was like something, I had one other business venture that I really believed in, and they did support that one, but it was just like, it was one time, I don't know, like, okay, so I'm gonna say this. I feel like if you don't like something that a loved one creates, if there's something about it that it just don't sit right with you, you tell them. You don't ignore them. You don't act like nothing happened or anything. That's not how it works. It works like, be 100% honest with me. That's how I look at it. But anyway, it was like, all of that like weighed heavy on me and made me like really emotional. It made me distrust like so many people. Like I cut everybody off. Like, when I tell you my Facebook went from thousands of friends to 90, I got 90 friends on my Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm not even on Facebook right now, but right before I left, all my friends, it just was like, I just can't do this. All these stagnant relationships that were in my life, I just couldn't do it anymore. It wasn't beneficial for me. Like, I never felt like I could like be like authentically myself with these people, and it wasn't helping me to move forward. And it was hard, but when you like hear like the same message over and over again, for me, if I hear like, let go of dead weight, release what no longer serves you, when I keep hearing things like that, I start to think like, okay, this must be a message. If I keep hearing the same thing 45 times, it's a message. Drink your water, y'all. It's a message. So I started to, you know how Homer Simpson back into the bushes. I started to do that. Like, I didn't beef with nobody. I'm not mad at anybody anymore or anything like that. It's just, I just take it as our season was just up. Like, whatever we were put on this earth for one another, it served its purpose. So it was just that time to part ways. And now, like I said, everything is not, where I want it to be, but it's so much better than that. I still have stresses. The things that I could tell y'all, child, those are more testimonies, but I'm not ready for those yet. But I even, look, I'm gonna tell this one, and then the personal part of this is over with. But I had 2 cars. Was it back to back? Yep, back to back. Both of them were gifts. I had a car when I got the first car, but when I got that car as a gift, I gave my car away. And it just so happened that the gift wasn't paid for, and I did not know this, so it got repossessed. And it bothered me, but what can you do? So fast forward to the second car that I was given. It got repossessed. It's like these cars are getting repossessed without me having any clue as to anything being owed on them or nothing. Like, it was like so crazy that it was 2 separate people, 2 completely different people, 2 completely different cars, 2 completely different time periods, but it just happened. And it was like, at first I was thinking, I ain't taking no more gifts from nobody, especially a car, if it could be like taken away from me. But then I'm like, I know it was a lesson in that. I know it was a lesson. I know that there was, I probably should think about what that lesson is, but I ain't there yet. It still hurts me because honestly, I don't have a car right now. This is not my car. I'm in it a lot, but it's not my car. So it's like I haven't quite gotten to the point where I'm just like, okay, we're trying to figure out what that lesson is. Maybe I need to figure out the lesson, and then my dream car will finally come to me. I don't know, but the Most High will let me know. But yeah, it's just like it's been so much that has happened to me, and it's like now I'm at a point where things happen to me, and I deal with it, and then I just keep moving. Because before I would like let things like make me, feel so trapped, and like, I don't know, it was like a fueling to my depression, a fueling to my bad health. It was just like so much, like holding on to things that don't need to be held on to. Like I could still hold on to the anger or to the hurt or to the pain, the shame that I felt when my cars got repossessed and I ain't have no clue of what the hell was going on. I could still hold on to that, but it's like, for why? The cars are gone. I'm not finna, no, they were a gift to me and it got taken away. So I look at it now as whatever is taken away in your life, God will replace it with something much better than it was. Now, mind you, it's been a minute. It's been about, has it been a year or 2 years yet? It's been a minute now, and it's just like, I don't know. I just can't feel upset about it, even if it bothered me then. Like it really bothered me, but it's just like, I just feel like everything works together for my good. Like, it happened for a reason. I don't know what the reason was, but it was. But like, anyway, it is what it is. But my reason for doing this, besides Spirit telling me, was to let you know that, one, you ain't gotta look like what you been through. That's number one. Because, child, I'm still going through things. I just told you, I don't even have a car right now. I do not have a car that is mine. I have to like literally ask people for rides, and you know how that feels. You know how it feels to ask people for rides, how it feels to not be able to go where you want to go. But it's like, I'm dealing with it, and I still feel good. I still feel blessed. I still feel highly favored, because I know that these material things, that if the Lord wants me to have them, then they will give them to me. So I'm just enjoying what I have now. I'm enjoying this time now. Like, I have the car right now. Right now I have the car. I'm able to do what I want to do what I need to do. And I'm here at this lake talking to y'all, giving y'all some encouragement, letting y'all know that everybody go through shit. Everybody grow through shit. You just got to push through it and keep growing and keep telling yourself that it's going to get better. Even if it look like it's not gonna get better, it's gonna get better, because it always works out. Even if, like, I remember times when I was like, I don't know how this bill gonna get paid, but I know the Most High gonna pay it. I remember saying that all the time. It's like, it always got paid. It got paid. I don't know. It just did. It just happened that way. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all of the things that I went through. I'm so grateful, because they made me who I am today. I could not be CoCo. I could not be the Enchantress of romance for you if I didn't go through all that stuff. If I wasn't still going through things. And that's why I get on here all the time, to try to encourage y'all, because I might not speak on what I go through. That's one, partly because I'm a personal person. And two, because I still have this feeling about, like, if I talk about things that bother me, I feel like I'm complaining. And I think that's because I don't fucking talk to nobody. So I feel like I have to get reacclimated. I was just telling my sister, my best friend, just a week or two ago, like, I feel like I have to relearn how to talk to people, because I know I can do this, but in person, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. But anyway, so you can do it. You can make it through anything. All you have to do is just keep going. Don't stop. Don't like, even if you give. Did y'all see that big wasp? It was like that, and it was red. But even if you like get to like a low, even if you go down, if you get down for a couple of days or whatever, that's okay. You're entitled to that. But don't let a couple of days turn into a couple of weeks and a couple of months. Like, work past these things. Get through it so that you can get to the other side. Because they always say, the only way to get past hell is to walk through it. You gotta walk through that shit. You just gotta move through it. And that's one, how you get stronger. It's like I feel a little dehydrated, but my mouth wet. Like, I am doing a lot of talking though. But yeah, I just want to encourage y'all, like, I ain't ready. It's like something that I want to speak on, but I don't want to speak on it. But just know that y'all be seeing me on these videos, like, and it may look like my life is all peaches and cream, but it's not. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's like I still have things go on in my life. For the most part, life is good. But I still have things going on in my life. I still have moments where I don't know how this bill is going to get paid. I still have moments where I wish somebody, like, had my back like I would have their back. But I'm still good. Like, I'm not stressing over that. I know that it's going to come. That's number one. Like, I know it's going to come. Like, honestly, this joint is long, but I just feel like I need to say these things to somebody. It's somebody that needs to hear this. But honestly, okay, so I've been single for, like, I just saw wisdom. I've been single for about, since 2019, the end of 2019. And I've been healing all this time. I've been healing. It hasn't been hard. It hasn't been hard. It's been hard. It hasn't been easy to heal past a love that you thought was gonna be, for the rest of your life. Like, I honestly feel like that was the hardest relationship to get over, because number one, we still messed off over the years. We still messed off. And number two, I was still being hurt by this person even over these years. And I don't know, like, maybe I was hurting him too. I don't know, but I don't know. But it's like, you can still go through things. You can still deal with things, heal through things. But one, you gotta move on past it. That was something that I had. I said I have to learn it. I need to still keep learning it. But that was something that I had to learn. You have to move past things in order to heal from them. You can't heal from something if you keep, like, reopening a wound. It's just gonna get infected. Goddamn it! Like, it's gonna fester. But yeah, I think that's all I want to share this video. I feel like I just told, like, a lot, and I don't know. So I was guided to bring my cards. I didn't know which cards that I was gonna, give you the messages for. It's just gonna be a quick message, since you've been sitting here listening to me rant about my life and all of that good stuff. Okay. Here we go. Rest, care, provide. Like, rest has been coming out a lot. And like I was saying in my last video, that this period, I think up until the 20th of this waning crescent, is a period of rest where we are supposed to be going within. I feel like that's a lot of the reason why I felt guided to come to this part, and I felt guided to share those personal messages with you guys. Excuse me, thank you. But it's a time for rest. It's a time to, like, recuperate and, get yourself together. I'm even hearing getting yourself together for next month. Like, there may be something significant going on for you next month, or even the end of this month, the end of April. But I'm hearing to, like, take care of yourself, to give yourself some care. And I just heard, give yourself some care and everything else will be provided for you. It's like the Most High the Most High wants to give you everything that you want. Their only request is for you to take care of yourself. If all you have to do is take care of yourself to get everything that you want, take care of yourself, okay? Yeah, something's got to be revealed. I just saw secret. There's going to be some secret revealed in the family. There's going to be some secret revealed for work, for some collaboration. Something is going to be revealed. We've gotten that message before too. And something is going to give you some kind of freedom. Something is going to create freedom for you. And I'm hearing that it's going to take some time to adapt, but it's going to be easy. It's not going to be like one of those things, like, you know how sometimes you go through like a growing period, like a growing phase, where it's like the terrible twos, like going from baby to toddler. It's like it's sometimes things are like that, but I don't feel like it's going to be like that. I feel like it's going to be smooth, because for one, it's going to be something that you've been waiting on for a long time, and two, it's going to be good. So it's easier to, you know, to transition to something good than it is to transition from good to bad. So you transitioning from something, I'm gonna just say, you transitioning to something good is gonna take like a little, I heard retrospection, but introspection. And I don't think it's gonna be it's not gonna be like a big hoo-ha. Why is hoo-ha? Why I say hoo-ha? It's not gonna be like a big to-do with you trying to like transition into this new elevation, because it's gonna be so good. It's like the only thing that I'm feeling that is gonna be like an issue is like imposter syndrome, or giving away too much. I'm hearing something about giving away too much, or giving away to the wrong people. Yeah, something's gonna be revealed. Something's gonna be revealed to you. But yeah, that bird just circled the car. But yeah, I think that's it. I wanted to get another deck, but I already talked for 45 minutes, so it's kind of like, I don't know how you guys feel about long videos, so I'll just save some for tomorrow's video and enjoy this view for myself, because child, your girl be going through stuff too. I'm just saying, but I'm making it, and I'm making it because I'm keeping a positive mindset. Also, I wanted to shout out this book. It's by Krista Johnson, and it's called Maya Tucker and the Lightworkers. This book too, child, when I tell you, like, it was like a lot of things that like helped me to get like over certain parts of my life that were hard for me to get over, like getting over certain feelings, getting over feeling depressed. Like, I don't know. It's just, you have to find something that makes you feel good and keep doing it. Like, don't stop doing it. Like, don't let anything keep you from doing at least one thing that makes you feel good. And I'm not just telling you that to tell you that. I'm telling you that because I have been in a space where I was just rock bottom, and I had to like literally go out and find things to get to a higher vibration. And like I said, it's not easy. I promise it's not easy, but it takes persistence, and it takes consistency, and it takes you not giving a fuck what nobody got to say about it. You can't care. If you care what other people say about it, then you may or may not do it. It's 3:33 on the clock. But if you only care about how it makes you feel, I'm just trying to tell you, like, good things are here for you. Good things are here for me. Good things are here for us. We just have to be receptive. This rest mode, this resting period is about surrender. It's about receiving. It's about waiting on your order. I just said this yesterday. It's about, you placed your order, now wait on it. Don't keep adding things to the, if you keep adding things, they're going to have to keep tweaking it, and it's going to stay back there longer. Figure out what you want, decide what you want, and ask for it, and then wait on it, receive it, believe it, okay? So yeah, I send you all so much love and light. I thank you for bearing with me during this video, because I mean, I know some nosy people was happy to hear these things, but like the people that really, you know, like fuck with me, I know that maybe it gave you some more insight on who I am. I thank you all for all of your ebook purchases. I thank you for the Magic Mini Cookbook. Get you one. It's on Amazon and Kindle. 555. Yeah, and thank you for all of my YouTube subscribers, all of my TikTok followers, like all of the likes in the comments. Like, they mean a lot to me. Y'all just don't know, because like I said, I have tried all these other things and they haven't worked, but this is working for me. And it's not just working for me, it's working for others as well. And it's like, yes, thank you Most High. Be grateful, y'all. Be grateful. Keep moving forward. Like, if one person can do it, if you see one person do it, you can do it too. What was that quote I just heard somebody say? If it can be done, it will be done, or something like that. If it can be done, it was Mr. Dr. Universe. No, if it can be done, it can. If it can happen, it can happen. I don't know. You had to look it up. The blue dude from the DC, he blue, Mr. Universe. He's like the smartest. He like, to me. It's just to me. I watch some of those shows, some movies and things. So, but I'm not very fluent in them. You see, I don't know his name. Dr. Manhattan, I think it was him. But to me, he the most powerful of all of the superheroes that they talk about. That man can go from planet to planet. Can he like stop and go like he can do like so much. He can reach him like, come on now. But anyway, so yeah. Love and light to you all. Thank you again, and see you on the next one. Don't forget, Monday through Friday, all April, after 1 p.m. And also, I forgot my other announcement. I'm still doing one free question by email, enchantressofromance@gmail.com, until the end of April. And my announcement is getting closer and closer, you guys. So yeah, so love and light to you. Keep your head up, keep going, keep moving forward, be grateful. Yeah, love and light. Namaste.